J Ballsout Comedy Podcast. How you going, sir? Oh, not bad. Fucking trying to work this shit out. Trying to work out the... trying to get all techie and stuff in the actual man cave, and yeah, I've got everything going, and got the guns going. No,
I'm getting separation anxiety,
yeah. Fuck you, tell me about it. I've been walking around. You know, they fucking said by tonight it's going fucking, they're going rogue. So they're going to go fucking, what was it, number 4. So we're on 3, we're going to 4 now. So what the fuck does that mean?
No telecommunications.
What do you mean no telecommunications? So we're fucked. I reckon they're up to something, because every time we talk and we mention the government, they fuck it. My phone drops out.
Don't say that, I'm on Wi-Fi.
You know, and I don't know. I reckon they're onto us, man. I'm not kidding. They're onto us in some fucking form or way, or who the fuck knows.
Well, potentially, because petrol's dropped down again.
I paid $1.34 today.
Dude, it's $1.10 around the corner from my joint.
Yeah, but is that premium or the other one?
No, $1.80. But yeah, premium's still like $1.20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I paid $1.30. Last night I drove past Footscray. I had to go get some medical supplies. Yeah, it was fucking makeup remover, medical fucking supplies.
That's why you're in low light.
Yeah, I've got the facial thing happening, got the beard growing. Had to fluff up the greys, you know. You know how it is. What about you? What you get up to today? Did you do anything, or?
Actually, what the fuck is stage 4? Seriously, what's stage 4? What else is there to do?
I reckon they turned around and said something about fucking, what was it? I was talking to a guy today, what did he say? Stage 4, what the fuck did he say? It was, to do with the separation of supermarkets, where you can only have 200 people or some shit like that in there. So they're going to actually make you... Actually, I'll give you an example. I went to Bunnings the other day. I had to buy the essential services. I had to actually get some gardening shit. But anyway, I had to actually line up. They made me line up. Yeah, gardening stuff. I need more fucking manure, mate. You know what they tell you the manure's for. Just prepping. I'm just prepping, you know. But yeah, they made us line up, and then you can only have 4 people in the fucking in the aisles. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm at this point now where it's like, this is freaky shit. It's just like, you can't talk to anybody, you can't see anybody, you can't anything really. So I don't know.
It's getting strange.
It's getting very fucking strange. So, but you know, who are we to complain?
I got 2 weeks off work now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's paid.
Okay.
It's paid.
Oh, it should be.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, so I'm on another 2-week holiday, so expect my mental capacity to just...
No, it won't diminish.
There's my own insanity.
Won't diminish.
So I caught up on lunch and went to some grocery shopping for some more cooking tonight.
Oh, what's on the menu?
This will come out afterwards. I'm doing, actually this is an old review, I'm doing a satay chicken something and putting extra chunky peanut butter in it.
Alright.
For all that chat's about
Chuck in the old peanut butter. Buddy's gonna have a smile on his face. Turkish, what's going on, buddy? He's like, who's talking? Dish.
It's Portugal. He's okay. You probably won't do that. You can't go in front of the computer. You can go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just been spending shit like this on the cats. It's been amazing.
That's alright. Well, if you're relaxing, that's the main thing. As long as you're getting your pussy intake, that's the main thing. Jeez.
Yeah, in a roundabout way.
Oh, that's alright. Nothing wrong with that. 3. Oh, fucking hell. An orgy. Hello.
If you can do it, you can do it. Or play hours, who knows?
Yes. You know, not bad at all. Try this one. Nothing, just literally just, I don't know, I can just trying to work shit out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I've really. So I said to you, I went through my cupboards the other day, so I got rid of some shit. And then now it's basically just sort of floating around and it's doing work. I'm just sort of like, alright, what's the next thing I've got to do? Just literally, I haven't actually listened to any of the news, just sort of sporadically here and there. But I've been looking at the Facebook rants and people are complaining and shit like that. And it's just like, you know, about fishing and not hunting and all that sort of shit. And it's just like, well, you know, we've all got to fucking, you know, adhere to what's going on. Let's adhere to it and just get this shit over and done with. Because, yeah, enough's enough. Let's just fucking get through it. And this is the thing, I don't think anybody gets it, but, you know, winter's coming. Winter's coming, Jon Snow. Winter's coming. You know. So I think people are taking that for granted in the sense of once Easter's over next week, it's going to start fucking getting cold, and I reckon a lot more people are going to get sick. Well, I fucked up the other day. You turned around me, and this is probably the third or fourth podcast, or yeah, third or fourth one that I'm going. I don't know what day it is. Anna actually told me, oh, it's Friday. What? I thought it was Thursday. I've lost the count of fucking days, literally. No, it's not your. No, it's not your fault. You're just you're somebody I can blame because I've got you on video now. Oh, come on. Nothing wrong with that. Slap you around a little bit, you know. You get a what do they call an AVO on me? Get away from me, Wog. Yeah. Nah, not at all, mate. We could be in the same room. We could be in the same room. You know what makes me laugh? Jordy's in the actually here at my house. He sleeps here now, and he's in the other room. He's like, nah, fuck it, not getting the man cave. Fuck you. Can you imagine that changing my postal address to your place just so we could do a podcast? Oh, that'd be hilarious. No. Yeah, absolutely. He's got to come to work. Well, technically. We can tee that up. That's not a problem. You know what I mean? I'm a wog, mate. We've got dodgy ways to do things. Hello, I'm Marco's Pizza. That's right, Marco's Pizza, everybody. God, people will be like, no, not them again. Jesus. Oh, God. Yeah, get them off. And that's about it. I don't know. And I actually I've seen some. I don't know if you've been looking at Facebook at all, or you've been sort of just chilling. Okay. Okay. You don't know what you can believe. Like someone's opinion can be reinterpreted as news and then rehashed as news. Yep. Maybe not from an actual outlet, but you know, he said, she said stuff. You know, yeah. Like, so I don't know what the fuck to believe. I really don't. Well, I saw one. I want to put one across to you. I saw a couple of ladies. It was a Walmart thing, and you know those Walmart ones are fucked up at the best of times, but. They went into Walmart doing some shopping and somebody pulled them up and said, why the fuck are you wearing masks and scrubs? Now, this is the thing I don't get. And I mean, you've driven past the Alfred in Melbourne, right? And you've seen some of those people that work at the hospital that come out in scrubs. Now, I don't get that. If you're working in one of the departments, wouldn't they make you take your shit off when you go out to lunch? I assume so. Yeah, but you see a lot of them walking out in scrubs. Like, I mean, I get it. You want to say that you're a fucking, you know, dental technician or a dental nurse, you know, and pretend that you're a doctor. Yeah, saving lives, and you know, you're doing the best for the rest of the world and all that sort of shit. But it was like when I used to chef. I used to get shitty at my apprentices if they walked out with their uniforms. Like, you know, they want to tell the world that they're a chef. You know, like, I'm a chef. Look at me. I've got my pants on, and I'll be like, fucking, they make me rip those cunts off, you know. You know,
I understand that.
get your pants off. You don't need to take them. It's hygiene. It's purely hygiene. So, what you use for your kitchen, don't take it out. But you know, and I think that would be the same thing with the scrubs. You know, but I've noticed that. I've noticed that you know you walk past certain places and they've got their scrubs on, which is fair enough. They can do whatever they want. That's their business. But it fucking annoys the crap out of me.
So if I ever have to put you in hospital, make sure it's a place that doesn't do scrubs and casual dress.
Oh, look, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, God forbid I end up in hospital. Fucking, I'm the worst patient ever, man. When I broke my, well, I'll give you one. I broke my shoulder probably I think about 4 or 5 years ago. Nah, I was trying to be a fucking idiot, and well, I had the restaurant at the time. No, it was a lot longer than that. I had the restaurant, and I was putting cameras in the place. So everybody's gone, like, you know, all my staff's gone, blah blah blah. It was just me and Mum, and I said to Mum, "Hang around, I'll give you a lift home." Blah blah blah. It's probably about 11 o'clock. I've turned around and gone, "Oh, I've just got to put a wire in so I can set up the camera the next couple of days," you know. And now I had an upstairs where my office was, and all I had to do was drill down to the next level. So it was actual wooden floor. So this dickhead goes, "Oh no, I'll get on a fucking ladder that I actually didn't own. It was a ladder that was in like an alleyway that's been sitting there for fucking ages. It started raining. I grabbed this ladder, no word of a lie, grabbed this fucking ladder, brought it inside the restaurant, leaned it up against the wall, nothing on the bottom, nobody holding the bottom of the ladder. I've climbed up to the fucking probably, how big would they be? Probably about 8-9 meters up in the air, easily. I start drilling. As I'm drilling, the ladder starts to slip. So it's actually done that. Slipped underneath me, and all you could see, I've hit the ground. As I've hit the ground, I've literally bounced up onto my feet. And as I bounced up, I grabbed my shoulder, and I thought I fucking pulled my shoulder out, like as it popped out. So I've walked over to my bar, and I've done the old fucking what's his name, Mel Gibson from fucking bloody Lethal Weapon. I'm fucking banging the shit out of my arm trying to pop it back into place, but I've actually broken it in 5 places. So I'm doing a lot more damage to it. And then at some point I've just yelled out, I've gone, "Mum, I'm fucked." And I used to have this little, like a 3-seater couch in the hallway of the restaurant, and I've just literally fallen back on that, and I've passed out. So obviously she's called the ambos have rocked up. I start fucking losing my shit. They're trying to fucking calm me down. Mate, I'm in agony, like pain just running through my body. And yeah, they got me into the ambulance. And the fucking thing about it was, my restaurant was in Richmond, so I had private health insurance. I've had it for a while, and they didn't even take me to bloody Epworth. They took me straight down to bloody Royal Melbourne. So unless Epworth was full or whatever, too many footballers in there. Yeah. So they've taken me down to bloody Royal Melbourne, and then I got to Royal Melbourne, and then anyway, and they've had to straight, like literally my arm was up like this, so I was up near my neck, so I was holding it with the other hand. And Anna goes, when they took you into emergency and they had to straighten my arm up to take the photo, you could hear it through the fucking emergency, me screaming, "You fucking..." I literally had about 5 or 6 guys holding me down to straighten my arm out. I was just in agony. And then passed out. Fucking, I don't know, 8 hours later, I woke up like a junkie. "What the fuck just happened, bro?" It's like, fucking hell, man, you know. And, and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Ambassador, you just give you major surgery on your arm," and blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, the doctor came in. And yeah, it was just one of those moments where you sort of sit there going, fuck, everything was good, now my fucking arm's fucked, the restaurant's fucking just, you know, I think we were 6 months in or whatever. And I was just like, what the fuck, oh, what do I do now, and so on and so forth. And then literally, and then the nurses, you know, you have one nurse that was nice, and you get another nurse, and I'll be losing my shit, going, "Fucking leave me alone. No, you've got to do exercises. Fuck off, cunt." You know, it's like, and I was a nightmare. Whereas God rest his soul, my old man, he was the best patient you could ever have in a hospital. All he wanted to do was flirt with the fucking nurses. That's all the old wog did. "Hello, how you going? Come here, give me a hug. Ooh, you want to wash me later?" You know, and where I was the opposite. "Don't touch me, cunt. Leave me the fuck alone," you know. So
I've never broken anything or come close to it, but my old mentor from my mechanics apprenticeship, he told me the story once they broke his collarbone.
yep.
So he thought it'd be an interesting idea to try and suck his own dick.
Oh, Jesus.
So when he was 15, he reckons he was up against the wall doing like a handstand sort of thing, with his shoulders from the bed.
Uh-huh.
He had his ass up in the air against the wall, letting gravity do the work.
Gotcha.
And he reckons he got close and suddenly just went pop.
Oh, fuck.
And his old man took him to the hospital, and they just said to each other, "We never speak about this again."
Oh, hilarious. Could you imagine the nurses? So, how did this happen? How did this happen? Can you please? You got to give them you got to give them a fucking. You know, they want to know just in case it was got beaten up or whatever. I was trying to suck my own dick. God, classic. Unbelievable. But yeah. And what else? I don't know. Just basically kicking back, watching a few. I actually watched a couple of episodes of a couple of the All Things Comedy. Been watching a few foodie shows, cooking shows, and that sort of shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, sort of. Been watching the cooking shows, but I've been, you know, when you sort of start talking to yourself. Well, I don't know. When I start talking to myself, it's like I'm watching the show, and it's just like, seriously, cunt? Yeah, you're the only fucking cunt that knows how decadent it is. What decadent is, cunt? Yeah, of course. Nobody else fucking knows how good it is. Just you fucking. Nobody else. And I'm sitting there arguing at the TV going, this person can't hear you, Benny. Shut the fuck up. But yeah.
That should be interactive.
Oh, fuck yeah. Could you imagine?
Show should be interactive, right?
Could you imagine the abuse? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what will make it good.
I would not relent. I would be the total prick. I'd be the one that I'd be the guy that trying. No, he's fucking got a fake name. It's got to be him, you know. Like the old. Remember that old? Yeah, the old MSN days. Where you just jump in the room to take the piss out of people. Oh God, I remember those days.
Oh yeah.
You go in the room chats and then you just start. You know, that was when the internet just sort of started building, and it was like, you know, my mate would be like, oh, can't be in, let's jump in there, take the piss out of people. Yeah, all right. And then, you know, you got somebody, the keyboard warrior typing shit, and my mate would be typing, and I'd be like, yeah, all right, type this. We'll get him round up, and then they'd be like, fuck off, you can't fucking say that. And then everybody sort of jump on top of you and that. Oh, God.
Oh, that was the best.
You know. But hey, look, hopefully they come back one day. That'd be fucking awesome. I'd love that sort of shit. That was awesome.
It's basically like Facebook with an open forum of, no, there was no profile, you just had your name and a photo.
Yeah, you just had a username. So whatever your username was, like, you know, Long John fucking Silver fucking 62 or whatever, 69, and that would be it. And it'd be like Long John fucking, and you'd give him shit, and that'd be, yeah, for sure. You know, but yeah, they'll, you know, you'd go in the rooms and just give the shit out of them, you know, take the piss out of them. And, oh, but now it's a total different ball game. It's like, you know, we're sitting here fucking trying to work all this fucking techie shit out, and people are just putting shit up left, right, and centre, which is great. It's great to see, it's awesome to see. But when you're trying to figure it all out, it's just like fucking a nightmare. It was like the other night. Oh, God, you can't laugh. I'm looking at our posts. You know, I said we had 2 pages open on our, yeah. And so anyway, I've put it on the page that you had, you know, where we had 100 and something people fucking liking our page. And so I started putting stuff on that, and which is cool. And then I'm going, how the fuck does Jordy just? What was it? It was I think it was a copy and paste thing, and I couldn't fucking work it. It was literally a button below everything. It was just like press that button, and it's like cling. There you go. And I'm fucking motherfucker, because I couldn't work out how you did it. Because every time I would like copy something, it would just copy the image, so it wouldn't actually copy the whole thing, like the actual link, the whole lot. I just couldn't work it out. I'm like, how the fuck? Oh God, I got no idea. And then I worked out it was just a button underneath the thing. I went, just press that, you dickhead, and I've pressed it. And I've gone, Jesus.
Yeah, just like the shit face with it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but yeah, it's just bloody hilarious. But yeah, I give the young kids credit. I mean, the shit they're putting up, constant fucking stuff they're putting up, and all the rest of it. You know, but like I say, when it all turns to shit and they need a gun, well, they'll become an Uncle Benny. This is where no. You turn the thing around. You don't face it towards you. You point that way. Safety first, and that's about it. Yeah, and spoke to Tone yesterday, and basically he's going to have a rebuttal for us today. So that's going to be quite interesting. No. A rebuttal for me, for us. We're a fucking team. What now? Now you're in fucking lockdown. We're a fucking team. Jeez, if you go down, I go down. If I go down, you go down. Jeez, what do they call it when you get caught by the cops? They say you're an accessory. You're not getting away with it that easily. Fuck that. You know. I know what you're trying to do. I had nothing to do with the fleck boy. That was all him, man. I got no idea what he was doing. Yes, he just can't stop. He just keeps getting Chinese. No comment. Oh, here we go. Could you imagine when we get back to comedy, somebody's going to yell at Chinese? Oh, don't start me, mate. Don't start me. But it's not their fault anyway. Yeah. So, you know, we're gonna get wiped out in a minute anyway. So they're gonna be like, yep, they said government again, just take that internet thing off. There we go.
Oh, fuck you, imagine that's when she's gonna really live in
Oh, of course, but at some point they've got it, man. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how we're coping. I mean, it's slowed down. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's slowed down right royally. Like, everything's slowed down. So I don't know if it's the areas. If it's, you know, we're just doing the, oh, it must be raining. It's slowing down. You know. What? Yeah. So. Well, Tone was saying to me, I mean, Tone's out in Toorak, so he was saying actually, you know, a lot of stuff's taking a lot of time to buffer and stuff like that, and even a mate out in Werribee and a mate out in fucking Laylaw and that, and yeah, they're also saying everything's just fucking taking a long time to buffer. Jeez, now, could you imagine the kids now? They'd be like, what the fuck's buffering me? Yeah, can't welcome to my fucking world. So I'm just going to load this game up. Oh, hold on, it's going to take us about 6 hours. Just go have something to eat, you know. People have forgotten the bloody the days where like the Commodore. Remember the Commodore 64s? Nah, you're probably too young for that. The tape. Remember the tapes? I don't know if you came out. You probably came out. You were probably out. You probably had the bloody, what do they call them, the little, the slot the little cartridge in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I actually had one of the first ones back in the day, and I've actually still got it. And yeah, it was still tape. You know, remember Frogger? The game Frogger? Yeah, I've got that on there, and oh jeez, it's literally just one dimensional. It's just like dum 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 dum, goes up to its little thing, and all. But yeah, you know, pretty much, yeah. So, but I was actually looking. I've got a PlayStation 1, obviously, which I used to play, Medal of Honor, I think it was called, the Nazi game. You know, you'd be a sniper and shooting people.
Yeah, you say the beach and stuff.
Yeah, I love that game. I actually clocked that game. That was the days of when I'm in my 20s, when I fucking get home from work and I'd be like, you gotta work tomorrow, like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm still going, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. And then I got a 2, I think, PlayStation 2. So, yeah, got games on that. And then I bought one of those Wii's. So I've still got a Wii. So I've actually still got all these. It's like yeah, I've got them. Like I've got the Wii. I want to get a fucking. I need to get it back onto FIFA. Just fucking, because my mate's got a FIFA now. I don't know if he's got a PlayStation or an Xbox, but he does the thing where, you know, like I can play against you, sort of thing. Like we dial up and shit. So I have to. Okay, so you can actually just hook up with anybody, sort of thing.
Yeah. So when I play Call of Duty, I can play against people with PlayStation or computer.
Okay.
Or Xbox. Yeah, it's good.
So you can interact all of them, like computer.
Always get destroyed by that online console.
Why they're quicker and shit.
Yeah, now it's just clicking joysticks.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's unfair, actually.
Well, I've been playing Call of Duty on my phone. I've got it on my phone, a little app on my phone that I've been playing Call of Duty. And I got onto that I've been playing that for a while. But I just go gun ho. I just go fucking. They're all trying to catch. You know how you go into a group sort of thing. As you're supposed to follow everybody. I think it's Call of Duty. Yeah, you sort of go in as a group and you sort of spread out and whatever. You still keep close together. No, I just go on my own. I just start shooting everything. I start getting full Rambo. Just fucking sit there, find the main section where they're all coming out, and just sit there popping them straight in the head. Yep, bang. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Here we go. But you know what made me laugh one night? It was like I call it my toilet game when I go to the shitter or wherever. But I was in the toilet. I was in the toilet playing this game, and I'm like, the fuck, I can hear voices. What? And I've looked at my phone, and I usually put it on mute, you know, because, you know, I don't want to hear all the shit, you know, talking, as in where they go, you're coming through, you know, go left, or whatever, you know. And so I've turned it off, but I had it on for some reason. I could hear fucking people talking in the background. Yeah, go right, go left, go right. And I'm like, am I actually... Can these kids hear me having a fucking shit? Yeah, it's like, you got enough dunny paper? It's COVID-19, mate. Oh, God. Yeah. Are they young, or are they sort of all ages sort of thing? Yeah, okay. Alright, what do you regard as a bogan? A boat and 2 jet skis? The sound? Oh. Okay, so when they drop that raspy, yeah, what's going on, mate? Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the ones in my phase on being forced on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ, just got an extra $500. Oh. See what happens? You start me with the fucking voices, and I just get into them. So, what a fucking whore! I have to go to the fucking Centrelink now. Well, he has to. You can't cook fucking fried rice anymore. He's got to go on Centrelink. I can't do much about that. It's not my problem. Jordy's not saying a word. He's like, nah, not touching that one. But yeah. Why? What do we say? We talk about everything and anything.
If we get taken over,
reckon? Do you reckon they'll beat me down? Actually, I wouldn't mind if they took me over, like as in if they actually kidnapped me or something. You know how much weight I'd lose? I'd be on rations. I would come out like a fucking supermodel. Could you imagine me the first time I get back on stage? I would look shit fucking hot. And then I would just say, oh, I'd be like, thank you, Chinese. No, not being racist at all. Just a little bit. Just all hypothetical. Just having fun, man. Fun. You know, what else we got to talk about? Fucking, I don't know. Yeah, actually, I've actually started buying dunny paper. A shitload of dunny paper. My objective now, and I said to Anna today, I said my objective every time I go into Coles, even if I'm picking up one item, I walk out with a fucking 24 pack.
Okay.
So, look, it's gonna happen. At some point, it's gonna happen.
What's the thought process behind it?
Oh, look, I'm a very much, like I said to you once before, I'm a very much believer in people don't see shit coming. You know, fuck me once, yeah, I wasn't ready for it. Fuck me twice, I'm fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
You get what I mean? So I'd rather be prepared, and I'm not saying shit will happen. Hey, I'll get through it at some point. I don't give a fuck. But I just reckon there's got to be a point where we all start to go, what the fuck? We should have thought about that. You know, it's happened. It's given us. They've given us the sort of idea of what could happen, and now we're all like, oh well, you know, we're gonna have enough food, we'll be right, and all that sort of shit. But when it happens, what do we do then? And we're not ready for it. You know what I mean? So if they start turning around and going, oh, you can only take one roll at a time, or whatever it may be. I'm not just saying dunny paper, anything. And you can only take one thing at a time. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I'm worried about. Like if they turn around and say one thing at a time, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know.
I'm just. You've got me worried as to what stage 4's going to be now.
Oh look, I think, and I mean, but this is the thing. I don't know why people don't see what's happening in the rest of the world. They're locking down. I mean, I don't know what people don't understand about this. Like literally. Once they start completely locking down and they start going, nah, enough's enough, because there's got to come to the point, you've got to remember our government doesn't want to take responsibility. It's simple. So who do you blame next? The people. You know, and people are basically, people are like anything. They follow a line, they follow a leader sort of thing, and I just reckon that at some point it's going to be like, well, we've told you, stay indoors, you're not doing it, and then bang, fines start coming out, and then people start getting a bit freaky, and oh shit, I've got to come up with fucking $3 grand, I've been fined 2 or 3 times, and then from that, the looting starts, and then from the looting, you know what I mean, like all this shit, one goes into the other, I think, you know what I mean, I could be wrong, look, I hope I'm wrong, I hope it's nothing, but not what I'm noticing around the world and what's going on around the world. You can actually see it, all this shit that's going on around the world. You know, we get...
Yeah, but the other parts of the world with stages and social infrastructure, differently run governments completely.
Yeah, but don't forget, a lot of these are third world countries. They're not countries that are fucking, you know, middle of nowhere. They're countries that are actually quite advanced. You know, your Italy's, America's, your all these countries. I mean, I'm not looking at the Singapores, the countries that have got a bit of, I wouldn't say dictatorship, but a sort of a system where they don't fuck with government, if you know what I mean. Whereas we've got a voice to fight with the government. Whereas these countries, you can't really say much. Once you say something, you're fucked. And we know this. Whereas we will say our shit, like so will Italy and places like that, but they've also turned around and, like you see, Italy's a complete lockdown, man. Complete lockdown. So that tells me that we are going to follow that system. And look, I don't wish that to happen. Fuck no. I think we're all getting over the whole being at home shit. You know, we all want to get back to fucking normality, but just the way they're going about everything, it's just really weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's really become, I don't know. And like I say, I don't want to get caught out. If I get caught out, I won't be happy. You know, it's happened to me once, and like I said to you, that day where I only had 4 rolls, and I'm going, no, that's going to be enough. And then the next day they're going, oh fuck, no dunny paper. And I'm just like, fuck. And I'm not saying dunny paper, but I'm just saying generally everything. You know what I mean? Like I've stocked up. I mean, the basics I've got: milk, yeast, flour, those type of things. You know, sugar, stuff that I can. You know, I don't need food as in, you know, like, you know, perishable items in the sense of meat. I can live on bread. That's not an issue. You know what I mean? I can make bread. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And we should all look at that, because there's stuff that you can have in your pantry. You don't need to use it all today. You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad to have a few long life milks in there, and a bit of flour and stuff like that. That if it did come to it, shit, you can make a pasta. It's not that difficult. You know what I mean? So, whereas if it what's it called happens and we're fucked and we're sitting there going, oh shit, what do I do next now? You know. And canned goods aren't going to go fucking. You can use them for, you know, next bloody 10 years if you really want to. And I'm not saying you got to go out and buy boxes and boxes of it, but at least if you know that you can turn around and go, okay, I've got 2 or 3 weeks worth of shit, or a month's worth of stuff, that you can sort of go, or I can make pasta here, I can do this with this here. You know what I mean? As long as you've got a few different things, and if it did come to a complete lockdown, you're right. You can make pasta, you can make, you know, stuff that are going to give you a bit of energy and shit like that. I've been making bread. I haven't stopped. I haven't gone out and bought any bread at all. So I've literally been baking bread. And I've been doing like sort of, I've sort of done a bit of just white, bit of wholemeal. I've sort of done crusty. What else did I do? I did baguettes the other day. So just little things like that. Not a lot, just enough for 2 of us. But Anna doesn't eat a lot of bread anyway. But I love bread with my meal. So very simple, very easy. You know. I might put it all together the night before I go to bed. Go to bed next morning, roll it out, ready to go. Get it all, you know, it's proving overnight, and then literally in the morning I just start making whatever the baguettes or the rolls or whatever I'm making. So, you know, but these are those little things that I think people are sort of taking for granted. Oh, which one? Anytime I can do it. Like I said to you, I reckon we've got to start a challenge, man. We've got to start putting this challenge out there. You can do that tonight. Put the challenge out there. Say, alright, I challenge Benny Bazwich to make some bread. Alright, so then I'll do bread. Actually, I'll do it tomorrow. So, yeah, I can whip up some bread tomorrow. I'll just show people how to do it quickly and make it really easy and simple. So, I'll have to do I'll film the making of it, and then I'll go live after the rolls go in. So yeah, no dramas. It's easy. I've actually got some olives from my own tree and shit. Basically, when it was actually quite funny, I actually found 4 or 5 big ass jars, and I'll give you some. Actually, you can try it. We used to do olives all the time, like every year. That's big. It's a big staple, I mean, from where we are in Europe, and like we're on the coast, so olives are, like, we've got olive groves and shit in Europe, and they make olive oil and do the olives, preserve the olives and stuff. And I've got like literally, I think they're 4 years old, and the other day I opened them up, fucking beautiful, you know. And it's basically just, yeah, that's what we do every year. It was a big thing, like you'd sort of buy a couple of, like they used to buy them, and then I ended up having a tree at my place, and the thing was just a monster, full completely. And there was years where I had nothing on that tree in the last I think 4 years. I've been just getting hammered with so much product over so many olives. So I don't mind stuff like that. It's pretty easy, and this is the thing about it. It's like, you know, doing pickled cabbage or anything like that. It's so simple that, you know, it's a rind. You make a rind, you put it in the water, you put a bit of salt, you leave it in there for everything's an average of about 7 to 10 days. And then once that's done, you pull it out, you give it a good wash. You know, you sort of get your bloody jars. You basically get them all ready to go, and give them a good clean and all the rest of them. Then put your stuff in there, put your oil or your brine in there, and that's it. And you're ready to go. You know. So yeah, it's shit like that. Stuff like that's pretty easy. We grew up on a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like watching the old logs do it and stuff, and they got to the point where it was becoming so cheap to buy the stuff that we wouldn't do it anymore. It was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking waste 10 days fucking around, and then it'd be like me and Mum were the ones that would, you know, it just wasn't worth it. Monetarily, it was cheaper to go out and buy it at a log delicatessen than actually sitting there and fucking trying to put it together. You know, so it's just takes so much time, and that was the whole thing. It took your time, but now, like, we used to do, like, I did, 1 year I did smoked meats, and sausages and all that sort of stuff, and it was literally like, well, it was my first time to do it, and I reckon I think I did about 30 odd kilos worth of sausage and smoked beef and that, and I had a smoker at my place, and then literally smoke the meat, pull it out, let it dry, air dry, bring it in, and literally just let it basically dry out. And the drier it got, the nicer it fucking tasted. So, you know. But I learnt all that shit. Like I say, I learnt a lot of that stuff through the family, particularly Mum. My Mum's father, my grandfather, he used to do a lot of that stuff. And so she taught me a lot of that stuff. My dad wasn't really into it that much. But Mum was. We'd always, you know, I always say, "Oh, all right, we're going to make sausages, or we're going to make, you know, like a chorizo type sausage, you know." So, and then you fuck around with your spices if you want it a bit more spicy. If you want this, you want that. But I don't mind. I mean, the cooking part of it, I've always loved. So, and when people want to do it and want to learn about it, it's even better. You sort of spend a bit of time and you show them what to do and stuff, and they get to try it and fuck around with it. So, and you know, I make mistakes too, man. Don't worry about that. I fuck up too. So I sit there going, well, fuck. Oh, that should have. It was like the other day I was making the bread and I've gone, fuck. I've added the salt in the bloody warm water and yeast because I've got to let the yeast break down a bit, you know, start to open up. And I'll actually put the salt in and I'm going, this is going to fuck it. No, it actually turned out alright, didn't bother it, you know what I mean? So I chucked in some kosher salt and, you know, and stuff like. But this is the thing, like even stuff like that, like kosher salt, that's a big bloody thing. And if you, fuck you. If you're going to use, if you use a kosher salt, it actually gives you another dimension to the flavour, you know? Particularly if you, I don't know, like, it's an actual, it's taste things. For some reason, there's a total different flavour to it for some reason. I don't know why, but like I use a lot of kosher salt for like that sort of stuff, brining and that sort of preserving and that sort of stuff. So
Is it coming from another region, maybe? Or?
Probably, it's probably based out of some, who knows where. You know, well, obviously it's in Israel or somewhere, but I don't know. It's probably a different part or something's. It's got some sort of. I don't know, whatever is in there. But yeah, it does taste a bit different, you know what I mean? So it's not, like you can taste sea salt for some reason, but if you taste kosher salt, there's a total different taste, you know? Yeah, so...
I fucking love that, the accumulated shit.
The which one?
The pink accumulated.
Oh yeah. But even that's got a total different taste than normal salt as well. So, you can actually taste the difference in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So yes.
I'll get some I'll get it.
Well, tonight I'll be giving you shit anyway, so I'll be sitting there going, cook Turkish. I don't mean the cat, Turkish cat. No, don't cook your cat. What are we, Chinese? Ooh. Oh. No. Yeah, but it made me laugh. Somebody turned around the other day and just went, it's from the bats. They were so fucking determined to say it was from the bats. Are people that fucking stupid? No, seriously, like, I mean, I'm taking the piss about the Chinese thing, but are people that fucking stupid? Sitting there going, yeah, it's from the bats. Or it's from the dogs, what they're eating. These people have been eating this shit for like hundreds of thousands of years. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of their staple. I mean, fuck.
Pretty sure it's going to be a new level of sensitivity at Ready I'll give it a fuck slow.
Yeah, I know, but why would you give them shit about that? Like, I mean, like I say, I fuck around. You know, I'm fucking around. But you know, like, people are really adamant. Oh, it's Chinese. It's got to be the fucking Chinese. They're eating bats. No, dickhead. It's the fucking government. Fucking wake up. You know, it's like, I've heard that on Facebook a few times now. But I'm serious. It's like, it pisses me off. It's like, you can't. Their immune system is actually a little bit stronger than ours, I reckon, because the stuff they're eating. You know what I mean? Like we talked about India. In India and all how it's all dirty and shit, right? I'm not saying all of India. I haven't been to India, but what I've seen on TV and that, and their immune system, you can see they're not really getting hammered at all with this corona. But we're getting fucking pommeled, or well, the rest of the Western world is. Oh, they're in big trouble, and that's why I say their next thing you'll see. I reckon their economy is just going to fucking collapse, man. You know, and they'll be like, what the fuck? But
especially anything that's to do with New York.
Yeah, but everything's based out of there. You know what I mean? Like the whole, you know, you got your entertainment, you got your fucking food, you got everything out of there. So when they're fucked completely. I mean, for them to get it back, but this was my. I used to joke around with, and I actually talked to a mate out of Werribee, and I said to him, "You remember when I used to say this shit? Empires fucking crumble, mate. They crumble at a certain point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No empire, doesn't matter what it was, did not fucking succeed for the rest of its life, sort of thing. It does implode into itself.
Yeah.
You know." Oh, he's a joke. I mean, look, like I say, I mean, just some of the shit he's doing and that. And it was funny. I was actually listening to a podcast last night, and they were talking about I think she's Hawaiian, one of the presidential candidates, and they're not allowing her to actually. They're trying to kick her out of the presidential race, and she's an ex-army girl. So she's ex-army, so she was in Afghanistan, and I think she's done 8 tours in the army. So she's very, it's not ballsy, but she's seen bullshit. You know what I mean? She's called them on their bullshit, and so the Democrats want to go, nah, fuck it, no, we don't want this bitch. You know, fucking get rid of her. And they've said it. She's probably the only one that could actually fix the problem. You know what I mean? So, you know, but. No, that's not going to happen. When the white males are running the world, fuck no. Oh, that's the thing. I mean, they've got to step up, and we're not any better. We've got Muppet here. Come on, we know that. He's just screwing the whole people, and so the people are just like, what the fuck, man? And this is the thing. And I've said it. You know, they're giving the money to the dole, so the dole people don't get up in arms, and then. You know, but what he hasn't realised, the people that actually earn the money and bust their balls are getting a bit shitty with everything because they're getting screwed now. You know, people that own houses and stuff, and you know they've got to work it out yourself, work it out with your bank. It's like, well, yeah, but aren't you supposed to help me, buddy? You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I don't care.
Oh fuck no, not at all. So I don't know.
I wanted to see what Tony's take is with this.
Yeah, oh, he's going to go hard at the start, I reckon, and then we'll see what he does. So we'll get him on. We'll